next few years is people declaring themselves to be the Messiah. This is a classic manifestation of the veil becoming very thin, of malevolent forces attaching themselves to people who have not really reached a point where they're ready to integrate this experience.
Mm-hmm.
And so, all of a sudden the ego kicks in, and they sort of think they're the new savior and the teacher for the world.
Yeah.
And I think, the tragedy is that we will see more and more of this occurring. And our challenge is to actually help those people to sort of understand, what's actually happening, and help them to integrate the experience and obviously sort of bring it into some kind of balance.
Exactly, you're absolutely right. And the awakening process overall can be a very tumultuous experience, meaning that people won't know, up from down for a period of time there when everything is up the wazoo. So I mean, it's a good point, and you're right. I mean, we have seen this before, and we're probably going to see this again with a lot of people within, those who are in the awakening path, so to speak. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. It's not going to be a road of Damascus type experience.
Sure.
It's going to be something that Stuart Wilde has written some eloquent stuff on the subject, and I mean, he refers to the process as the 1,000-day journey.
Yeah.
And fortunately, I mean, within the West, there is becoming greater awareness of this period that is dismissed in the West as the midlife crisis.
Right.
But of course, in the indigenous peoples, it is regarded as the midlife opportunity.
Ah, there we go.
And it is a very important part of an individual's development. And in fact, in many of the ancient cultures and in many of the indigenous peoples today, you cannot become a candidate to be regarded as an elder until you've been through this process.
Well, exactly. And I think in psychology they call it individuation, or Jung
exactly
termed that, So there's definitely something there, indeed. And in a way, I guess we can even say that if it's true with the the alchemical maxim, if you will, so above, so below, in the micro and macrocosm aspect of things, then the Earth or planet or even our civilization might be going through a similar process right now, in a way.
Indeed, and of course, very interesting that you should touch on the alchemical process, because another absolutely critical part of the alchemical process is solvere coagula.
Yeah, right.
In other words, obviously, you have to absolutely destroy what was there first to be able to rebuild the new.
Yeah.
And you're right. What is occurring on a macro scale right now is very much occurring en masse on the individual basis.
Yeah, indeed. And I think that's a good place to begin to round things up here for this time. It's been a true pleasure having you on the show. You're very informed and you're very kind of eclectic in your research, and I like that a lot with your, with the kind of work that you do. What DVD would you say kind of would go best along with the discussion that we had here during the second segment?
Well, the best DVD that covers this second session is a DVD called Fool Me Once. It actually has two of my presentations on it. It has one that was recorded in July of 2006, and the second one in 2007. The July 6 one is called The Hidden Agenda, and the 2007 one is called Fool Me Once. They're both on one DVD, which is called Fool Me Once, and that's available from my website, www.ianrcrane.co.uk.
Excellent. The website again is ianrcrane.co.uk. And, as we talked about in between the break there, we'd love to have you back on the show soon and do a part two, if you will, of the Codex issue, because there's a lot more to talk about that.
Yeah, that would be wonderful, Henrik. And also I'm doing a part 3 to the Hidden Agenda and Fool Me Once DVD, and that's a presentation I'm going to be giving on a number of occasions through the summer. I should be giving it at the Now That's Weird conference in Glastonbury in June. And also at the Irish UFO conference in late September.
All right, there we go. So you're keeping busy and doing a lot of talks. That's great to see that. But the closest talk that you're doing is in June, you said, and in Glastonbury. Is that right? It
is in Glastonbury, and the conference is called Now That's Weird. It's being hosted by Ross Hemsworth of Glastonbury Radio.
Very good. Okay, excellent. Again, Ian, thank you very much for coming on the program, and looking forward to talking with you more.
Thanks, Henrik. I appreciate the opportunity.
Dolphins can swim. Though nothing will keep us together. We can beat them forever.